All right. Alrighty, my friends, we are live. Let's wait to see if someone is in here. Hope that you are doing well. Today we are going to take a deep dive into the creativity switch. So let's wait to see if someone is in the chat. Please let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me. Ori Karmi. Hello, Ori. How are you, man? Thanks for being here. It's not gonna be a super long live stream. Just maybe 15, 20 minutes, 25 at the most, I think, depending on the Q&A. But yeah, thanks for being here. Ori, where you are from? Cool, cool. Yes. LS Pato. Yes. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you take the time to be here, and I promise that I won't waste a lot of your time. Hopefully, this will be useful for you. The creativity switch, well, this comes from the fact that I read some of your comments, and I did a survey also to the audience and my subscribers and all. A lot of people, a lot of you have been struggling to make music and to release more music, and I have been struggling with that as well. Ori Israel, awesome. Greetings to Israel from Mexico, northwest Mexico here. Awesome. So, a lot of people have been struggling with creating music, and myself included. I have like, I don't know, 5 years without releasing music, I think. And a lot of you guys also are not releasing enough music. And I want this year, 2022, of course, I will be sharing more stuff about free plugins and mixing tips and recording tips and stuff like that. But I want you to help you guys out to release more music this 2022, all right? So this is the goal, that this first live of the year, I'm gonna do more of this, and more of the weekly content will be towards that, because sometimes we lose ourselves in the plugins and the tools and the software, in the tips and the techniques, tricks. And also we lose ourselves a lot in consuming a lot of information, learning a lot, but we are not doing a lot. We are not putting stuff out there from us, right? So I have, for instance, years without releasing music. Christian Molina, and hi, thanks for being here, guys. So this year needs to be different for us, all right? And this applies to every level, beginners, intermediate, advanced, releasing enough music. And that's the main thing why we are in this world to begin with. We are here to release music, right? We are here to produce music. And we lose ourselves in the way with all the tools and all that. And so that's why I wanted to start the year with this live and the creativity switch, right? Let's prepare this. I'm gonna answer your questions after I teach this stuff for you guys. And that creativity switch is not something that I came up with. I'm gonna explain that in a moment. It's a business thing, but a lot of business things that I have read and that I have learned can be applied to music and music production in your home studio, things like that. So it's very interesting how both worlds can collide regarding mindset and that sort of stuff. So I have been stuck in a rut, and I know that some of you guys are too. I haven't made music in years. We're all busy, and I have the itch to make music for quite some time now. All right, and my girlfriend also tells me, you're not releasing music. I want to hear more music from you. And my friends also, they want to hear more music from me or something. They ask me, when are you gonna release, something new? I follow you on Spotify or something, but it's the same music. So I want to change that this year, and I also want to help you change that. And I came across something that Jay Abraham calls the creativity switch. Jay Abraham, it's an business coach and top executive, and he came up with this term, the creativity switch, and I wanted to share this with you. So the creativity switch is simply changing something in your daily schedule, right? So, for instance, if you wake up every day in the morning and you always get dressed first, and then you make some coffee, then you sit down and read the news in the phone or something, this creativity switch talks about changing things, right? Changing the order of things. So, for instance, if you wake up in the morning, instead of go to get dressed, you could maybe take a shower and then make some coffee, and instead of having breakfast, maybe you go to exercise, you go for a walk, half an hour or something. You change the order of things, and also you change how you do things, right? Not just changing the order, but also changing how you do the things. And this can be applied in several fields in music production. I'm gonna go that more in a moment. So our brain, it's a powerful machine, and in order to save energy, our brain goes into automatic mode, right? You do stuff automatically when you do something for a lot of time, right? The habits, and good habits are cool and all, but sometimes we need to wake up the brain by switching things. So, for instance, if you go to your work for a certain street, and you follow the same routine every day, the same path to work, the same road, sometimes you get to work and you suddenly are like, oh, I don't remember how I got here, I don't remember what I saw on the street or something. That's because the brain started to be automatic to save energy for you, right? It is built to um, makes you survive in this world, right? So it went in automatic mode. So in order to reset the brain, you need to do something different. So if you, instead of go to the work in the same road, the same street, if you switch the string, I'm sorry, the street, your brain resets. It needs to again do something different to, in order for you to get you to your destination, right? So in music, it can be applied in several ways, and it can trigger, the creativity switch can trigger some things in your brain, and it will wake up your brain. So yeah, like I said, our brain is very smart piece of machine of gear that we have, right? And it can ignore very easily things when we are in automatic mode. So the whole idea of the creativity switch is just to do this, to change some things in our everyday life and here in music production. And yeah, so I wanted to challenge myself doing this creativity switch, and I wanted to create more music by switching things, some things very drastically, very dramatically, and some things not so much. But I wanted to use this to my advantage, and I think you can apply it as well. And also, because in February I'm gonna start something very cool for you guys to help you more in depth about this, I wanted to start with this. So for instance, here are a few things that we could change, right? We could change our DAW, right? That's something that I did earlier this week. I have used Cubase for 10 years, 11 years at this point, and I am switching to Reaper, right? And it doesn't matter the DAW, just the thing that matters is that you change things. Doesn't need to be as drastically and dramatically as I did. But for instance, I am changing my DAW, right? I am gonna struggle in this new DAW. I'm gonna start from scratch. Right? It will slow me down for sure, but it will make me think differently, right? And so you could use another DAW. I'm not saying you go ahead and purchase something. You can try the free demo of any DAW. For instance, Reaper is 60 days. Sorry. And since a lot of you guys use Reaper as well, and you have helped me a lot through this week with sending me tips and some tutorials or where I should look first, things like that. So for instance, another thing that you can do is instead of using third-party plugins, paid plugins, for instance, you could switch and use only the plugins that are on your DAW, the stock plugins, right? That could be a small switch that you could do. And something that you are not very familiar with that might wake up your brain and reset it, right? You could, for instance, record in a different location. Instead of recording guitar in your home studio, you could bring your laptop to the living room, or to your to your porch or something, and something that might wake your brain up. You could also mix in a different location, or you could, for instance, if you are used to mixing on your speakers, on your monitors in your studio. You could, for instance, mix on your headphones entirely a song, right? This could be another thing that you can switch. For instance, if you write and record songs starting with the guitar, you could start with the keyboard, right? Or with the melody, with your vocals, or with the drums, right? So that's how you could use the creativity switch. All of these real examples, simple things that you can switch, but very powerful things that might reset your brain and get you to think in different ways to approach music creation, music production, right? So the challenge that I'm giving to myself now is I am gonna record, mix, and master at least 6 songs this year, all right? That's my goal for this year. I am gonna try to do more than 6, but I'm gonna start with that. It's a goal that I have for the year, and it's very important that you set a goal. I'm gonna try to release 6 songs this 2022. That could be an EP, that could be different, maybe singles, 6 singles throughout the year, right? So that's what I want to do, and I am gonna use the creativity switch to my advantage to release these 6 songs, and I am gonna help you more beginning of February. With this, I'm gonna give you more tools and more tips to release more music this year. So for instance, I am gonna use Reaper as my main DAW for this, right? I am gonna use only free plugins for the most part. Since I sometimes mix songs for bands that hire me or something, I'm used to use paid plugins that I have, right? I have some FabFilter plugins. I have some Waves plugins as well. And some plugins that help my workflow, and I mix faster with those plugins. So for this time, for the release of these songs that I'm gonna planning to release this year, I just want to use free plugins for the most part. Maybe just one plugin that I'm gonna use for drums, one paid plugin, but for the most part I'm gonna use only free tools. And also something that I'm gonna implement is that I'm gonna use BST instruments that I have never used to create music, such as synthesizers, free synthesizers, right? Pianos, things like that. And I am gonna, because I'm used to create music as a, let's say, 3-4 piece band, right? Drums, bass, guitars, vocals, right? So I wanna try something new. I wanna use different instruments. I wanna use some synthesizers, some pianos, some cool sounds like that. And I wanna add some new elements to my mixes, right? And maybe some of you, probably most of you, don't know that I sing, but I sing screaming vocals. I have songs that are instrumentals, for instance, and instrumentals are my comfort zone. But this year I wanna sing more, right? I wanna use my vocals also to make a song. And since screaming vocals is my comfort zone, I wanna try to also do some clean vocals, right? So I'm gonna try to I don't know if that's gonna be possible, but I'm gonna try it at least this year to sing with more clean vocals, not only screaming vocals. I do metal mostly, right? And I am gonna force myself to create music this year by putting deadlines as well on a calendar, and I'm gonna give you more tools for that in February. But deadlines is a very important thing. And I really can't predict how long it will take me to create one song, because I have a workflow, and I'm gonna break that workflow a little bit. I am gonna make myself a little bit more uncomfortable, but giving the deadlines that I set, I am gonna force myself to create something in that deadline, right? If it's not good, I'm gonna move on. If it's not a perfect song, no song is perfect, or maybe some songs are close to perfect, but I'm not trying to create perfection here. Perfection doesn't exist, I think, or yeah, I think it's a struggle to reach for perfection. I want to create more. I want to put more out there, right? And I know that some of you also want that. So yeah, that's the creativity switch, and I'm gonna challenge myself this year to release more music, and I want you to follow me on this challenge if you are up to release more music and this year with the tools that we have. And of course, I'm gonna be sharing new free plugins that I have that are on my way. I'm gonna keep uploading those videos with free plugins and all that, with the latest news about plugins. And but I also want to focus more on creating music, and I want to record and document the whole process for you guys, for you to learn a lot in the process as well, and for you to also create music alongside with me. That would be great. And yeah, that's my challenge for this year, my friends. I hope that you follow along. So now let's go here to the chat. It seems that some of you guys are asking some questions here. All right, Christian Molina, what is your favorite guitar amp plugin? Christian, my favorite amp plugin at the moment, it has been for quite some time now, since the release, and I have talked about this in the channel. The Vitar Amps Proto 4 by Vadim Taranov. Vitar Amps, that's one of my favorites. The Mesa Boogie Mark Series emulation. Also, which one? The one from Audio Assault as well, one of my favorites. The Black Sun. And the one that I just tried this week, the Ampere 2.0 from Analog Obsession. That has become one of my favorites lately as well. You should check it out. I am gonna use actually those amps in my music. Okay, Junes Kudri says, bro, I am unmotivated since months ago. Junes, I feel you, bro. I understand what you are going through. It happens to a lot of us, and I think what I have for you guys this upcoming months and beginning of February will help you to get motivated to create music. This creativity switch, it's a good start to start a challenge and to feel motivated. And sometimes, bro, I'm not motivated to do things, but I do them anyway. That's very important also. I try to leave the feelings out of this way in some part. I'm not saying forget about your feelings in life, but for instance, when I'm creating videos, when I am creating something, a demo or something, and I'm not feeling it, I do that anyway because I'm committed to it. Because, for instance, sometimes I don't feel like waking, get up in the morning, but I do that anyway because I have to I have to get this going. I have to finish this task. I have to finish this day. I have to, you know, do something productive. And sometimes you're not feeling well before doing something, but I try to think also in the ending feeling, right? When I end a task, it's gonna be more rewarding. So I rather have that feeling of completion of that I finished a task than the feeling that I had before. Like, right? So yeah. Raúl, saludos amigo. I'm gonna have the live video for this in Spanish. So in like 15 minutes. Agent Victor, guten Abend. You can flip sides while mixing. That changes your perspective too. Yeah, for sure, Agent Victor. Perfection is subjective. Yes, it's very difficult to reach perfection, right? And what it's perfect for you might not be perfect for everyone else or some people. So I think you just do your thing. That's if you do your thing, if you feel good with the thing you created, then you're gonna attract the right people that connects with that, and that's the goal. The goal is not perfection. That goal is connection, right? It's making feel someone else something with your music, with your art. Ori Karmi, I agree that too many options today are keeping us away from creativity. We spend time on trying too many things instead of making new stuff. 100% agree, Ori. For sure, yeah. Too many options are keeping us from creativity. And by the way, download my free PDF ebook that I have down below in the description. The number one rule to having success in home recording, the number one rule will help you out. And it talks about this, about removing a lot of options from your day-to-day routine, right? In your home studio as well. Limiting your options, very important. All right, guys, how are you feeling? Does this have you found this helpful? And let me know in the chat if this is helpful for you. And yeah, let me know any questions that you might have, any comments. It's great to talk with you guys, to have these conversations. I think it's very important that we have these conversations. Not only talk about the tools, but also talk about the mindset and yeah, things like real things in real life, right? Because also mindset is very important to achieve things in life, not only the tools. You can have the tools at your disposal, all of the tools at your disposal, but if your mindset is not right, you're not gonna create anything. So yeah. All right. So yeah, my friends, if you want to support the channel, you got a bit lost with the internet connection, but it was a good subject to talk about. Oh, sorry for that, Ori. I don't know, the internet maybe. And yeah, thank you very much, my friends, for being here. And if you want to support the channel, I have a link down below where you can support me directly to keep creating more content for you guys. And go download the free stuff that I have on my website, the 8-step mixing checklist with free plugins and the home recording number one law to succeed faster. Agent Victor says the image froze here. Sound is okay. Oh, sorry for that. Agent Victor, I'm glad that you still could hear me. So yeah, my friends, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it. And yeah, see you next time on another live video. And yeah, let me know in the comments if you have any questions. And I will reply as soon as possible. Anyway, it says Agent Victor. Anyway, the topic is important. Good stream. Thanks a lot, Agent Victor. Thank you for the comments. And see you on the next live video. Take care and have a good weekend. Bye.